Yo, 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 what's good, my people? It's your boy, jaypressplay, and we're back with some madness right now. The boxing world is going nuts because of Conor Benn, aka Eggy McEggface. What? Betraying his promoter that stood by him through thick and thin. Is this what we're dealing with? Fake friends unite. Yeah, leave all that. We're going to get into it, man. We've got Fight Hub TV explaining and doing some interviews. Well, not even explaining, just interviewing Eddie Hearn. So we're going to go off the back of that. You know how we do over here, man. Dana White's crews and that. Across the pond. Zuffa. Yeah? That's the new Conor Benn. Zuffa, man. Yeah, let's get into this thing, man. Right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all them things there, you get me?
This is Andy Purewell for Fight Hub TV. I'm joined by promoter Eddie Hearn here in Nottingham. Eddie, an eventful 24 hours or so for yourself. Obviously, I watched your interview last night with Coogan, and you mentioned, asked about the situation with Conor Benn, him leaving, him joining Zuffa. Just your initial kind of reactions and your takeaway from it all.
Obviously, it wasn't as much as a shock for me because I knew about it probably 4 or 5 days before, or nearly a week before.
So he knew it from time back. Okay, that's why he's a bit more chilled. Because if this was hard. Yeah, after everything, bro, listen. Listen, this man has done bits for Conor Benn. For all the drug thing, all the shit that Conor Benn used to get. Bro, this man was there. Frontline soldier. Took all the stray bullets. This man ate it up, bro. Pause. But yeah.
It was a big shock to a lot of people. Big shock to me initially. Yeah, kind of said everything there is to say. Disappointed. I've never felt so popular in the last 24 hours. Messages from everyone, in boxing, out of boxing, in football, in entertainment, and it is what it is. I don't, I'm not going to be...
Everyone was probably messaging you saying, big man, I told you about this done beforehand. Before you took him to the heights that he's at now. I told you this guy's a snaky brother. Man's eating eggs claiming that he ain't taking drugs, brother. It's eggs. Bro, I've been eating eggs for flipping years. What, you calling me a druggie because I eat eggs, blood? Donut, bro.
Crying my eyes out, but just lessons learned, I suppose. And I guess the most frustrating thing is, I believed in a lot of things. I took it for granted that I expected the same kind of loyalty in return, and it wasn't. Everyone's different. People got different characters and different traits.
Eddie, yourself, Frank Smith, anyone associated with Matchroom who's spoken about Conor over his last few years when he was dealing with everything around the failed PED tests. You went to the hill for him, you backed him, you said that
what did I say?
He was going to clear his name, everything along those lines. And when you look at how it's kind of currently in that relationship and how it is now, do you have regrets over kind of how hard you push for it? Because, as you said, you don't feel maybe that loyalty's been returned?
No, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Bunsey just done an interview there. He said, I'll be honest with you, I noticed you change over that period, like physically stretched. And that was the toughest moment of my career because I made the decision and it was months and years of going in and fighting with Simon Jordan over 3 appearances and the board and the WBC. You guys, I mean, how many times did you quiz me on it? Fucking 40.
We had quite a touchy one for Conor's comeback fight out in Florida.
Yeah, but I never backed down because I don't back down because I believed in him. I believed in the type of person I thought he was, and I thought that's my duty as his promoter to stand alongside my friend and my fighter. But I did go to the fucking hill. I mean, I died on the hill at a time.
Bro, and it's the facts, bro. Eggface Conor Benn does not respect nothing that you did, bro. At the time, yeah, because it took him out of the fire. But if you was a real friend, you remember those sort of stuff and you stick with it. I'm not sitting there saying Eddie Hearn is a saint because a lot of people don't like Eddie Hearn, but that's them. Do you get what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn and Conor Benn had a friendship, right? It doesn't matter who don't like them or not. The betrayal come from in camp, bro. It come from 2 friends, bro, that meant to be friends, and one's portrayed one of them. For me, bro, if that was me, and I know all the shit that I done for you, I'm not gonna sit there and say I regret all the shit I done for you, but because of all the stuff I done for you, this makes it 10 times worse, bro. What you've done, it can't come back from this, bro. I don't know what kind of bag that Dana White's offering you, or you just want to live a different lifestyle. Cool. Tell me that, bro, and say, right, this and that, this and that. My man didn't even get a conversation from Eggface. He got a text. Bro, we're going to get into it. It's mental, bro. A flipping text saying, yeah, listen, it's a good run. You're still going to be my friend, but yeah, I've left you. Waste, man. Eggy Eggface. Waste, man. A.K.A. Conor Benn. Waste, man.
I took thousands of bullets. And, you know, I think that the frustrating thing is that I never begrudge a fighter an opportunity. There's just a way to have those conversations and see what can be done, you know. But to not receive a call, to not receive any, you know, anything personal from Conor Benn other than just a text when it was all announced saying, thanks for everything, mate. You know, you'll always be friend and family to me. It's like...
mental!
You know, but listen, I'm not going to... I've had people, you know, release this, hang him out to dry. I'm not, that's not my way.
Dead that. Don't do that, bro. Don't stoop to them man's level, bro. If that's not you inclined, don't do it out of anger, because you will look more of the fool than anything else. And it just goes to show, say, for example, I'm one of Eddie Hearn's friends, and I see what happened here. So I'm thinking now, if I was to ever fall out of Eddie Hearn, could he do this to me? Do you get what I'm saying? It just shows that you got a dark color as well, bro. Like, just leave that. Don't be doing none of that stuff. Just take it to the chin, pause, and just be like, yo, I'm gonna leave it, bro. I'm gonna carry on with my journey. I got other fighters under my wing. You know what I mean? Win some, you lose some. Don't be airing out people's laundries, man. Nah, bun all that.
I'm not interested in that. We move on with our own business.
Come on.
That's done. People say, you know, what does the future hold with you? Like, blah, blah, blah. It's like we're focused on our fighters, people that want to be with us, and people that we believe will show us the loyalty along the way. And that's it.
So it's been reported that it's just a one-fight deal. From what's come out...
I don't believe that. We'll see. We'll see. But listen, I mean...
Well, apparently, allegedly, it's a one-fight deal. Oh, because it's a one-fight deal, yeah, you're going to just run and jump ship. It doesn't matter if it's one-fight deal or half a fight. A 15-second fight. Or if you not watch my last video, Dean the Great was like, let's have a 30-second fade. I don't care if it was a 30-second fade. It's still betrayal, bro. You couldn't even tell me about it. You couldn't even come to my door or ring up my phone and say, yo, bro, this is what's this. What do you think? Like, don't worry, it's only a one-fight deal. I'm going to come back, but I just think, let me chase this and we could elevate, or I could elevate. He might be like, you know what, bro? I'm not here to bring you down. If you think you could do better, go over there. I appreciate you telling me, but like, you get it. Have a conversation. See where each other's opinions are and facts like that, bro. But just to dip and dive and then send a text, hey, mental, cuz.
You know, we'll see.
Obviously, he's a big draw in the UK. Do you see a position in the future where you can work together again, or do you think because of how this is having handled, it's not possible?
The way that we would work together is for him to fight one of our guys. You know, Conor wants to fight for a world title. Obviously, we wanted him to fight Lewis Crocker. He didn't want that fight. And the other fight we'd love to make is Josh Kelly. You know, if he wants a shot at the 154-pound title, which I think is going to be a division that is actually going to be probably his division, then we'd definitely be willing to work with him and make the Josh Kelly fight.
That's one thing that's confused me as well, because he's obviously made a play for that WBC title. Now Zuffa have made it obvious and clear they don't really want to be mixing with all the other organisations. They have their own belt, the ring title.
At the end of the day, you can tell by the move that he's made and the way that he's done it. Money's the only thing. So money's the root of all evil, and he's right.
He must have made a bag and a half from the Eubank fight. Why? Like, certain people chase money too much, bro. Like, I don't think anyone can change me from being loyal to those that have been loyal to me from money, bro. No way, bro. Let me say, I'm seeing this and I don't think, nah, bro. No, bro. Because at the end of the day, when that money dried up and washed away, you ain't got no one now. No one wants to know you because you're dead broke. I'd rather have money and have friends, good friends, that I know they're not going to take me for a dickhead because I got peas. It's a sticky one still.
Embedded in the root, and I get it. You know, I understand how the world works, but you know, everyone's different. Like I said, everyone's got different qualities. You know, different character traits, different faith, and you know, to some people things are important, and to others they're not. So each their own.
Just a couple quickly, Eddie, before I
rate him though. I rate it, man.
Rush. Obviously, in the last couple of years, Eddie's changed kind of people in and around his team, and has worked closely with Keith Connolly now as his manager. And no, sorry, Connor has. Sorry. On that note, you know, it's been reported about a bit of a tumultuous relationship between yourself and Keith in the past. Do you think that he's maybe pushed for it, or his team?
Yeah, of course. Keith's been right at the root of it as well, because Keith wasn't around. Keith just turned up a year ago and started taking a percentage. Keith weren't there when Conor Benn was finished and ruined and couldn't pay his electricity bills, and we had to loan him hundreds of thousands of pounds to save his life and his career.
Oh, yo! So on top of all the backing that this brother has gave Eggy McEggface Conor Benn, he's also lent him thousands and thousands of pounds to get himself out of the mud. But you got egg-faced Ben just abusing that. Thinking, yeah, thanks for that. Now I'm up here, I'm just going to bounce because I'm chasing the bag. Nah, bro.
Keith just popped up and nicked some money. But I don't mind. Look, at the end of the day, if you're a dog, you're a dog. Like, Keith's the worst. One of the worst people you could ever choose to wish to do business with. But he's in the game and he's a manager, and you have to do that. So, you know, I mean, you know, us and DAZN moving forward, I think Keith, the Keith Connolly ship has well and truly sailed for us and DAZN. But, you know, he's got to do his job, what he feels is right. And, you know, I expected it from Keith Connolly because I know what he is. But I didn't expect it from Conor Benn because I felt that what we did and the kind of quality.
No, it's true. It's true because I didn't expect this from Conor Benn. Like, the way them two were, like, they were hand in hand, bro. Not like hand in hand physically, but you know what I mean? They were solid, bro. And this is why I'm calling him a waste man, because this is meant to be a friend. And you're betraying him, even worse, for a one-fight deal. Like, bro, man. Eggface, do better, man.
Human just didn't happen. But listen, we move on, and on we go.
Last one, Eddie. Obviously, Conor trains out of a matchroom gym with Tony Sims. Tony, somebody you have an unbelievable relationship as well. Do you see that relationship being maintained, or? I hope
so. Look, I don't want to get involved in all that. You know, Conor trains in a matchroom gym. He's welcome to train in a matchroom gym. Tony's been pretty much one of the sole reasons why Conor Benn has turned into the fighter that Tony will be devastated. Nigel will be devastated. They're different type of people to Conor. You know, like they've got different qualities. But you know. No, I would never say to Tony Sims, "Oh, you can't train," you know, Conor Benn.
That's stupid.
Conor Benn without Tony Sims would not, you know, wouldn't be the same fighter. So those guys carry on, and you know, we'll just focus on our own business.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I just think right now, I think Eddie's hurting. He's hurting, but he's had a few days to, you know, think about things. And you have to put respect on his name, man. He's sitting there. He's not trying to dog him out, but he's letting people know that, listen, Conor Benn wasn't always this big and famous guy, because Conor Benn went through the mud as well. And Eddie Hearn backed him through everything. Money, lending him money, thousands of pounds, and backing him through all the accusations of the drugs. That's why I call him Eggface, because he's saying that he was only eating eggs. Then he got dashed egg on his head. So we egg him egg face. That's where it comes from. Like, I don't mind Conor Benn as a fighter. But this now has made me look at him differently, even though I know it shouldn't make sense. But I like people as people that are true and real. This guy seems like a fake that would ditch a friend for just a better outcome. Like, it don't work like that, man. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Drop some comments. Let's get chatting. And until the next one, man, people, stay blessed. Catch you in the next one.